Okay, player acquisition in the NFL never really stops. I guess if it does, it's kind of now, but there's still rumors, there's still things going on, and the Cleveland Browns might be on the verge of solidifying one area because this is a team that's not getting noticed, not getting enough love in the national media, and they might be just a couple players away. So why not solidify that and really make a run in the AFC? If you're new to our channel, we make videos about and for teams that don't get the national coverage like they should. Cleveland Browns being one of them. They're going to be a good team. They've done a lot of good things. You just don't hear about them nationally because we have a second, our main channel, excuse me, is Sports Talk Detroit. It's all about the Detroit Lions. So we know how that goes. We know that sometimes you just don't get the love, but we do that on this channel. So we cover stories that they just don't cover as well. So the Cleveland Browns need one thing. You kind of look at their depth chart. There's one area that is a little concerning to me. Cleveland Browns fans, let me know. It's running back depth. So Kareem Hunt, who spent the last few years as Nick Chubb's backup, they would let him go. And so Nick Chubb doesn't have a backup. So what do? They move up Jerome Ford, a fifth rounder, 2022 for a fifth rounder, to be the primary backup at running back. The reason I don't like this is because running back, we just know you're just going to get injured. I mean, it's very difficult to go an entire season, and you're going to get nicked up. Not only can you not go the whole season, you're probably going to get injured, but two, you just want to limit those opportunities by giving more carries to your backup and really spreading out the load. You don't want your main running back, Nick Chubb, to absolutely take on the full load. So it's been reported, Cleveland.com, that the Browns are not interested in the big names, Ezekiel Elliott and Dalvin Cook. I agree with this. They are their names, and especially in the running back world, it's what you'd be paying for what they used to be and not what they are. And the truth is they're going in their late 20s, and it's hard to stay healthy, fast, strong as a running back in the NFL going in late 20s. So they've got some other guys in mind: Justin Jackson, James Robinson, and Kenyon Drake. I love Kenyon Drake. I've always wondered why he didn't get more love. I mean, just a really good back. Played for Miami, really good back. But Justin Jackson, he was with the Chargers, then the Lions, was the Detroit Lions' third running back. Every time he touched the ball, something good happened. I mean, not every time, but you know what I'm saying. Something good was always happening with him. So I don't know why the Lions didn't re-sign him, try to make a run at him. The Lions do have quite a bit of depth at running back. Doesn't matter. They didn't bring back Justin Jackson. So that's a great guy there. So Justin Jackson and Kenyon Drake. Because if you look at the Browns depth chart, you've got your quarterback. Running back's good. Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, Donovan Peoples-Jones, really good at wide receiver. Offensive line good. Defense is good. I love Zadarius Smith, Myles Garrett, Davlin Tomlinson, and you got Jim Schwartz. Defense is just going to be better. But when you look up here, the only area would be depth at wide receiver. Would like a little bit more depth at wide receiver, like David Bell. But Jerome Ford, in Cleveland Browns fans, help me. Is he the guy? Is he the guy that you're like, yeah, we're gonna run because you need two running backs. That's just what you need in the NFL today. Is Nick Chubb and Jerome Ford going to be able to carry the load and really be a running threat that you want to be? I just don't like that. I would love to see more competition, if anything. Number two, I'd love, and by the way, I'm not opposed, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Ezekiel Elliott and Dalvin Cook. I said no on this, that you were paying for the name, but one season. That's kind of the key to it. Remember, you just need one season from him. And if you're Cleveland Browns, you're putting together a really good roster, defense that's going to be improved. You won 7 games last year. I know you're in the AFC. I know the North stuff as well, but if you can, I mean, you've got a full year of Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is a really good quarterback. I don't have to tell you guys that. And so all of a sudden, you've got a good offense, but you don't have depth at running back, and that's the only area that I see that I would really be interested in. So again, I said I didn't love it, but just keep in mind Ezekiel Elliott and Dalvin Cook. You just need them for 1 year, so it's worth maybe taking a chance at it. Chubb, who's earned Pro Bowl acclaim in each of his past 4 seasons, will obviously continue to serve as the focal point 4, Kelly DeMeager, 8 carries for 12 yards in his rookie campaign, but his efforts as kick returner suggest he could be used a good piece, kind of a Hunt-esque receiver out of the backfield. Indeed. So Ford's not done anything when it comes to running the ball. So you have to really wonder. Still, another experienced option couldn't hurt, as the Browns lost Johnson, who impressed in limited opportunities of the first 4 years in his career in Cleveland, to the Jaguars, and Felton, who only had 8 career carries, so it didn't matter. Point is, you don't have anybody outside of Chubb, and I just don't like that, because this team is good and they've got an opportunity to do something this season because of the moves that they've been making. Man, Zadarius Smith, thank you for getting him. He's a great player with the Packers, a guy that can just get to the quarterback, one of those constant threats, one of those defensive ends that if you don't get rid of the ball, he's going to get you. I saw that with Hutchinson actually last year with the Lions. You see that with the really good, Watts or whatever. It's like he's literally coming to get you. You've got to get rid of the ball. That's not how every defensive end is. Defensive ends, sometimes they get blocked. Sometimes it doesn't, they can't get to the quarterback. He is one of those that he may not get there right away, but he's going to get there. And I know that's kind of, I don't know, I hope that makes sense, but you guys know what I'm talking about with some of these defensive ends that are really good. He's one of those top 5 defensive ends. Bosa's going to get you. You need to get rid of the ball. And that's just such an advantage in an NFL game when you know that your defensive ends are good. Your defensive line's going to be good. Your offensive line's going to be good. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Love talking about the Browns. Browns, very similar Lions, kind of had some ups and downs, have been, hey, maybe had something there a couple of years back. No, not quite, but close, but really close. So Lions and Browns always get along. No beef at all with the Lions and Browns because not in the same conference and have never given anybody trouble. So there's no problems at all. Let me know your favorite your favorite Detroit Lion player. I'll give you my favorite Cleveland Brown player. Oh my goodness. Oh, Cleveland Brown player. Now, this is going to sound weird and I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm just going to say it though. You know who I actually thought I fell for it, and I don't fall for this stuff. I mean, seriously, is Johnny Manziel. I was like, dude, I just kind of like how he's different and weird, and he might work. He just might work. And then I just like him. I know I shouldn't at all because he's got problems, loves the party. But I like Johnny Manziel, and that's when I was like, oh, hey, Cleveland, they kind of did some weird stuff there. I thought this might work though because you've got enough talent around Johnny Manziel. Obviously, so stupid. I should have known better. I did know better, but I wanted it to work because he's small and it might work. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.